We are the hub here at Hope Distribution Center for food donations. We're basically the middleman that's trying to get all the logistics put together. So we'll provide vehicles to any agency, any organization, any church, any elementary school that is willing to organize our food drive. From 2016, there's been a 600% increase of the clients walking through our doors. The trailer of watermelons that used to be $5,000 is now $22,000. Besides our 8 pantries, we do have mobile distributions. This year alone, just in our Olathe pantry, we have donated over 63,000 pounds to over 500 household families. Healthy eating is what helps with food insecurity. So we have been focusing more on nutrition food. We run around 2 million pounds through this facility, but what's inspiring is to see someone that's already worked 40, 50 years come donate their time. Not a paycheck at the end of the day. There's just a smile and a feeling of hope that they're giving to somebody else. Without the volunteers, they would be tens of thousands of households missing out.
I was introduced to the grocery store rescue 15 years ago. We usually get between 1,000, 2,000 pounds of food, and we bring it back here to the warehouse, and then it goes out from here to all the different food pantries.
It's a great way to spend a Tuesday morning. We got 8 of us, and Jay is the leader of the band.
That just means I've been doing it the longest.
And you schedule it.
Oh, well, that too, yeah. We bring the passion because we're volunteering to do it, but the employees add it to their workday, so they really got to want to do it. And if you find someone at a store that does that, you get 2-3 times as much as someone who's just going through the motions.
Our different departments know that they're going to have to answer to me if they don't donate.
I've had family members that have needed help, so knowing that this is a program for everyone is good.
Actually, there's been numerous associates, single parents that have needed help, and we're able to refer them to Catholic Charities, and that's why I take it really seriously.
Matthew 25, that kind of sums it all up right there. I was hungry and you fed me. And this is a way to get that done and actually be the hands and feet of Christ, because we're not just writing checks, we're not just recruiting people, we're actually delivering food to the hungry. That's the tip of the spear. What food that was in the back end of a Walmart 2 hours ago, well, somebody's going to have it on their kitchen table 2 hours from now, and that's what matters.
For many of the people that we serve at Catholic Charities of Northeast Kansas, their first encounter is through a food pantry. But that step through the food pantry door is so much more than food on a table. It is entry to more than 30 life-changing programs at Catholic Charities, like financial literacy programs, housing programs, workforce, employment services, and job skills training.
The gospel invites us and really commands us to be able to serve and love our neighbors that are in need. So one of the purposes of our school serve experiences is for the students to have an opportunity to learn about food insecurity in our community and the many, many ways that we serve in our entire 21 county area. It's so important the kids not only walk away from their school serve experience with a hands-on activity, but also that they're really educated in their classrooms. Having our staff come in really broadens the scope for our students to understand why people are in the situations that they are.
I think it's so essential for my children, my family, to understand food insecurity, because the reality of it is most of us are one tragedy or one slip away from being in that situation. 1 in 5 children are going hungry right now in our Kansas community, which means they don't know where their next meal is coming from, and that population is growing. And we hope that we are training up children so that they'll be vital parts of charity in their thoughts and actions, in their contributions, as they go on to high school, as they go on to college, as they start their own families. This is the seed. We're planting all of this foundation for them. What does it mean to be charitable, in hopes that when they are adults, they come back to these experiences and they'll continue serving.
Food brings people to Catholic Charities to serve and to be served. For staff and volunteers, the act of providing food for a family's table is an act of love and compassion.
We are doing God's work right now and serving God. So would you greet him with a smile, or would you just put the food in the back of his car and say, okay, you're good to go? Some of these people that come through these lines, they haven't seen a smile in 2 to 3 weeks. We get cards all the time saying, thank you so much. Of course, we will help anyone out, but just to understand where they're coming from makes us work that extra mile, that extra hour.
This distribution currently serves 140 seniors on a monthly basis. There is a lot of isolation, and I know for some of our seniors, we are some of their only outlets for community. I thought about wanting to be a missionary, but when I was in college, I learned about something called domestic mission. Serving in your own country and people in your own community. Our faith is just not doctrine, it's going out, and we all have something to give.
After retiring, I said to myself, being a Catholic all my life, let me get something to do with the Catholic faith. I think we should emulate, try to follow the example of all the saints. Each of them have had a different pathways in serving God, and how humble they were, how dedicated they are for God.
I've been working with Catholic Charities now for 10 plus years on this project. What we do is the third Saturday of each month, we deliver a truckload of food to roughly 275 families on a monthly basis. Touched me more is how thankful they are for what they're receiving, and just appreciate what Catholic Charities is doing for them.
For me, kind of hits home really close because a few years back I was one step away from staying in a park with my kids. And that's why we're here today. Everyone needs food, love, and the support in order to survive. So whoever comes through today, they're going to get loved on, no matter what.
Food connects us, reminding us all of our shared humanity as clients, volunteers, and supporters. When people come to us, it's not only an opportunity to provide knowledge, skills, and support to help move them out of poverty. It's really an opportunity for us to witness to the love of Christ as a ray of hope for their future.